mean, the D1 final was close for a little bit until Newman stepped away with that. But this one was, it felt like an unbelievable final that two teams from the beginning of the game, we knew it was going to be close, just the way both teams played. And you called it kind of a feeling out process, even though it wasn't. You called it that because of the way it felt at the beginning of the game. These teams have played each other 4 or 5 times this year, but it still felt like that because of the defensive feeling this game had and how defense was magnified in this game, and it shows in the score. It was only 2-1 final score, but both teams played well defensively. I have to say UMass's defense knew who they had to shut down, and they did. They stayed close to them, and they played a great man-to-man system, so it was important for them to get that done, and they did it. I mean, when you think of a picture-perfect game, playing man-to-man system against guys like Nelson and Marvin and Ian Connor, Wilson and Robert Clark, they did it. They almost got a shutout if it wasn't for Clark's great shot here in the third period, but they came up with a huge penalty kill at the end there too.
Yeah, that would have been huge, getting a shutout in the championship game. But UMass, they just played their game plan to a perfect tee, and just that much better than Cortland.
So did I call that score or what?
As Cortland takes their final picture for the season.
Yes, bubbly.
With Brennan and Rob down there, who've done a great job. Listen, I'm going to go on a little personal note here. Listen, this was my first year at the NCRHA National Championships, and I have to be honest, I did not know what to expect coming in. But looking at what has happened throughout the 5 days, I've been here on Tuesday night. I got here, the organization of the meetings Wednesday through Sunday as they get ready to congratulate UMass for the championship. Just the organization and the way these kids have played their hearts out, the way they're all organized, the way they walk around here with their team jackets, their team colors on, and just the way these things are set up. You get the team buses, you get the real college feel here, and the way Rob Coggin and Brennan and their team has put together everything, working with you guys, Adam Steo, Craig Jolly, working with Bill, Jeremy Ellis, working with you, Travis, and just everybody involved. It's been an outstanding event, and I've been around the sport for years, and I've seen events go off, and I've got to say, this is a good event. Folks, if you're not involved in NCRHA and you're going to college, get a team together. Get these guys playing, and especially for the ice hockey guys, roller's not bad.
No.
Roller makes you a better ice hockey player. So that would be my personal thing. If you're in college and watching these games and you're mad you're not playing, get something together. Start it yourself if you have to. But for me, this was an incredible event. I had so much fun at this event, the way things are put together, the way teams are ranked. And it's not a perfect science. There's no perfect science to put this thing together. But I do have to say that Rob and his group do an amazing job, and I had a heck of a time here at the NCRHA National Championships in 2016. I hope I get asked back for next year.
I'm sure you will. It's my second, and it's first class all the way.
Absolutely.
It really is. It's first class.
Now, since they're going to Fort Myers next year, I won't want to be at the rink all the time. I'll plan to show my body off at the beach a little bit.
Were you supposed to say that?
Probably
out
not.
loud?
Well, you see the color shirt he's wearing,
now.
right?
You'll fit right in.
Everybody knows that it is going to be Fort Myers next year. They made that announcement yesterday or a couple days ago. They made that announcement. But listen, I have had a blast. I know Steve has been here for a little bit, and Travis, you said it's your second year, and you were glad to come back.
Yep.
So if they're there to ask me back, I will be glad to come back because this is a class event. And you still get to see the same guys I would see at an event in any other roller hockey situation. And hopefully maybe we can take some of these guys who don't play tournament hockey and get them into tournament hockey so the season starts way in April and goes all the way through the summer. That would be just amazing. So,
well, the things that make it for me is, first of all, seeing the great players
right
across all the divisions. It's so much fun to see the great talent that we have, and then seeing some old faces around the rink, just like you said. Joe Cook, grew up playing with Joey
right
out in Southern California, and all of these old faces. We were speaking about the Buffalo Wings the other night, some of the old RHI franchises. That brings back a lot of great memories, and that's all part of it for sure.
Absolutely. And this, when you get to an event like this, it feels, when it's put together right, when you're a team that wins a championship like UMass, it feels even better to win something like this because you know it's legit. You know you had to do your work to get through it. You know throughout the season you had to fight with your boys to get to this point. You know you had to get all your things together for hotels, busing, your transportation, and then to get here and win something like this makes it feel even better. So you can see the smile still on UMass. You can see how much it hurts Cortland. I mean, they're hurt, but they know when they go back and think about it, they had a great run here.
They did.
And that encourages them to go even further and keep this thing going. So just huge props to everybody who puts together their programs at their school because it is not NCAA sanctioned. It's not. It is a club sport. So it's awesome that these guys go out themselves and talk to their student government and get funding for it whenever they can. And everybody doesn't get major support, but even those teams that don't get major support, I've seen a couple teams come away with GoFundMe projects to get here, and so they really want to make sure they get here because it's just that good of an event, and I've had a great time, and I'm sure all of these kids do too. Of course, the ones that win have a better time than the ones that don't, but there's only going to be one happy team in D1, D2, and D3, so it's not going to be any more than one team that's going to be happy, but in the end, when you look back at it, hopefully everybody had a good time.
Well, I'm involved with club hockey at the roller and ice levels, and I think that these club athletes are way more dedicated than NCAA athletes because, like you said, they have to come up with the money themselves. These players, they got to go to class. They have to keep their grades up, obviously. It's just like NCAA requirements academically, and then they work as well to play hockey. So it's a full schedule for these kids. And again, congrats to UMass.
So as they award the 2016 NCRHA Division II Championship Trophy, I'm going to step away personally so we can just watch this. I've also got to get on my flight, so I'm going to step away so you guys can watch this. And Adam, any final thoughts here?
My only final thought is when I saw the docket of people to come into the team this year for the finals here, and I saw the name George Brown, I was ecstatic because you, sir, are one of the more passionate individuals in the sport. I've known you for a very long time, and my man, they better ask you back because I had so much fun working with you again.
Adam, I truly appreciate that. And of course, I haven't seen you in a while, so it was great to see you, great to work with you, great to have some old conversations. And I'm sure if we continue to work together, our paths will cross again. Trust me, I'm hoping they cross this season. So I'm sure we'll talk about that more in the future. But Travis, any final thoughts?
Just a great run for UMass. They proved that they were no fluke last year, certainly, and got redemption this afternoon against SUNY Cortland.
As they get ready to take their championship photo, we will step aside as Travis and Adam prepare to bring you the D3 final, where Michigan State will face off against Lindenwood. I'll be expecting my text message while I'm boarding my plane to tell me who won that game. Before I leave, though, congratulations one more time to UMass. I just need to know, so when I get my text message, who to rib on. Adam, prediction for next game, Michigan State Lindenwood.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, a lot of people would like to see the champions fall, but I still think Lindenwood is the most powerful D3 team. And they've done it so many times before at Division III. I think they've only lost, one time? So I definitely have to go with Lindenwood.
Travis, I don't mean to take content away from your broadcast, but I want to get a prediction from you before I give you mine.
No worries. Until somebody proves to be a better team than Lindenwood, I got to go with Lindenwood.
Yeah,
you got to go with the defending champs.
Yeah, of course you want to see the underdog win. Yeah, not that you want to see it, but it's always a good story when the underdog wins. But I've got to go Lindenwood too. I think Lindenwood's going to pull this one out. I think it will be closer than what they've been doing, but it'll probably still be a 3 to 4 goal game. I'd say Lindenwood 7 to 3 in that game. That's my prediction.
Okay.
So text me because I'm usually right, guys.
I'm writing it down.
Write it down. Make sure you take that note.
I think it's going to be closer.
All right.
It'll be a good game. Michigan State's a good squad. It'll be a good fight. I think it'll be a